coming to my I think, which I think is like one of the most important questions, sir, in this discussion, and that is also of a great interest to people in India and across the world who want to understand India, and that is, what exactly is Hindutva, and by that I mean, how does one define Hindutva? Because you have said that it is not an ideology, it is not a political ideology, for example. So how does one understand Hindutva, and how can one define Hindutva?
Hindutva is the recognition of a human being's right to have his full or her full potential through theodiversity. That is how I would define Hindutva. In fact, that is how the civilizational process of India has been going on. So, Hindutva is a civilizational process. Hindutva is even primordially a process of consciousness, a process of becoming. Okay. So, this cannot be defined as a political ideology. This cannot even be defined as a nationalist ideology. It is ultimately, it is about the individual's realization that he or she has a great potential, and to realize that potential he or she can use infinite variety of paths, and it is hence naturally, as a corollary, resistance to expansionist monocultures. That is how you see Hindutva or define Hindutva.
Thank you, Arvindan ji. In your book, sir, you have extensively discussed the origin and the evolution of the ideas surrounding Hindutva. For the benefit of our viewers, could you please throw some light on the genesis of the concept of Hindutva? And I ask this especially because a lot of times what we read is that Hindutva is a 19th century phenomenon. So I wanted to know if you share that view, and is that the way to understand Hindutva?
Hindutva is not a 19th century phenomenon. Okay. Almost it is like, because Charles Darwin discovered evolution or the natural selection is not a 19th century phenomenon. Natural selection has been going on from, you know, almost from the beginning of life. The same way, Hindutva has to be seen as a process that predates by millennia 19th century. 19th century, it gets discovered and it gets defined. But the process has been there for, as I said, millennia. And it starts with what I describe in the book as the breakdown of the bicameral mind and the complete integration of the bicameral mind and evolution of the understanding that there is a vast substratum of consciousness in which the theodiversity arises. Okay, so that forms the basis of Hindutva. If you want to pinpoint a particular point of origin of Hindutva, then you have to go back as early as at least 2500 BCE, if not more. Okay, and so coming to 19th century, what happened in 19th century was that it was getting defined very clearly as a civilizational process. That is what happened in 19th century with Rabindranath Tagore as well as Veer Savarkar.
Thank you, Arvindan ji. That is a very fascinating account of how Hindutva, what Hindutva actually is. And I think it corrects a lot of incorrect perceptions that, generally people have about it.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.